May I have your attention, please?
We are controlling transmission. There is nothing wrong.
The Horror Chronicles.
Whether it's a ghost, spirit, or entity, they all feed on it. That's the whispering, the footsteps, the feeling of another presence.
You won't have a chance to change your minds later, because there'll be no way to get out.
We have such sights to show you.
Have you checked the children?
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Boogeyman's real.
That is better.
They're coming to get you.
What's up, horror fam?
You know what time it is. Let's get into this. All right. What's up, everybody? What's up? We're at it again.
Hopefully we're sounding a lot better than we had before.
Probably sound like shit. But hey,
you know. What's up, horror fam? It's us again.
It's us.
You
Here
know,
we are.
JT and Ryan from the Horror Chronicles podcast.
Them two.
Those two fucktards. Shit, there goes our YouTube stuff.
Oh, sorry, YouTube.
That's probably why our one video went. No, I can't remember. I probably cussed pretty early in that one too.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. But hey, here we are.
But yeah, guys,
for your listening
what's up?
enjoyment.
I hope we're sounding a lot better. JT decided to take the plunge and got us a kick-ass board.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking, and I said, fuck it, let's get one of them things. So I bought us a Rodecaster Pro, and I don't know how to fucking use it. So it's got a lot of shit that we know nothing about.
Well, what's funny is,
but hey, we can make cool noises. Just like that. Touch of a button.
You know. But you know what's funny is like, so when you sent me the email with the recordings,
the before and after. Yeah.
Every time I show somebody that, they're all trying to listen on my phone, and then whenever you kick in, talking on this one, they're all like, everyone was like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, yeah. So
the power of technology.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it really does. And we didn't think our old board sounded that bad.
No, we sounded great, but now we sound
we sound fucking amazing.
Fucking amazing.
Amazing.
But
anyway,
amazing.
We're not here to talk about our board or our amazing, luscious voices.
Yes, we are.
Well, okay, maybe Ryan is. But we...
No, actually, we were kind of talking a little bit before just about some random stuff, but like I was talking to JT about, how I really enjoyed this season of Stranger Things.
It was kick-ass.
A lot of cool horror fucking shout-outs and fucking flashback shit.
Yeah. There was a lot of people. It was funny, man. There was a lot of people on the internet, and they were like, boy, the last 2 episodes of Stranger Things sucked. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
I thought the last 2 episodes were kick-ass.
Yeah, dude. When I seen fucking...
The only thing I was upset about is there wasn't more.
When I seen fucking Eddie climb up on top of there and just start fucking playing Master of Puppets, and the way that... And with the darkness around, the lightning and shit, dude, it was just fucking sick.
Yeah, it was fucking badass, man.
It was sick,
badass.
dude. I was fucking like, damn, that's badass.
Yeah. I just, I love all those characters, except Will. But I just think Will needs a better haircut.
Hey, man, I've been there. I've done that. I know how it feels, bro.
Yeah. Nobody needs a bowl.
That's funny. You see, like, the thing, the little meme, and it had, like, had like 4 seasons.
Each season.
And then the last one was fucking Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, so it had like, it had 4 squares, and it was like this year, and then 1 year, this year, and then future. And then it had Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber.
Nice.
That's pretty funny.
That is pretty damn hysterical.
But no, man, I really enjoyed it. A lot of cool fucking
it was cool, man. Just the whole season was a lot darker, a lot, like you said earlier, it was more horror related. There was a lot of throwbacks to horror films in there.
Yeah,
you know,
and with
you can't beat a fucking Michael Myers mask coming
when he
out.
pops out from behind us.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Dude, it was funny. He popped out from around the corner of that trailer, and I looked at my wife. I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Same thing I did. I was like, "Shh!" Threw the fucking horns up.
Hell
like,
yeah,
fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
And then like I heard about I had heard rumblings about the whole Eddie. A lot of pictures of him playing guitar, like saying how he's the real hero of the show this year or whatever, this season. So it's like, fuck, I can't wait to watch that. And I found out he was playing one of my favorite songs ever, Master of Puppets.
Dude, and it was funny because I was just like Eddie when I was in high school. You know, fucking long hair, fucking everything. I dressed like him. I mean, dude, it was funny when they introduced that character. I told my wife, I was like, that was me in high school.
See, dude, I really liked his character. I hate they killed him.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Spoiler.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Evidently, you don't know our show.
Ryan just stepped on all of it.
I just stepped on your hopes and dreams, folks. All your hopes and fucking dreams.
Yes.
No, but I've been watching quite a bit of stuff. Trying to, I'm switching over hours again. And I'm staying where I'm at now so I can have weekends, so we can start doing conventions and I can spend more time with my family, go do things with them and whatnot. But trying to catch things when I can. So I've been binge watching that, I know they're coming out with another season of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Okay.
Which is going to be cool. Yeah. I really liked what we talked about before. It's kind of course, based towards younger audience, but I really liked the season. My kids liked it, so I liked the first season.
I never watched any of those.
It was pretty cool. The kid from It was on there, the heavier set one. The remake, the young heavier set one. He was on there. Yeah. Pretty good. I liked it.
He was actually in that show we've been watching called Big Sky. He's
I heard about that. I heard about that.
It's pretty good.
But yeah, man. I mean, so I got into looking up some necromancy and necromancer stuff.
Nice.
Just because, the basic definition of a necromancy and shit. Too. Awesome. Let's get into the shit. So let's start talking about.
I got a whole fucking book of shit. Hey, before we get into that though.
Yeah. What's up?
I just want to say, last night there is a new series that just popped up on Netflix. It's right up our fucking alley.
Yeah?
It's The Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, yeah, I seen that. I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen that.
I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of it last night. It's pretty good.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's an actual team of scientists going in there. The guy that they hire to come in is he's was in the military, fucking intelligence operations.
Funny story.
Worked for NASA for a while. Oh, now we're purging. I'm getting ready to purge my asshole.
Funny story. I actually knew about this series before it came out.
Okay.
Because I heard about it on a podcast I listened to called Tinfoil Hat.
Nice.
And they had him on there. And he was talking about this. And this is probably
Travis? Travis guy? Okay.
It was probably talking about it, I don't know, fucking 4 or 5 months ago, maybe more. And they were talking about how they got the whole shebang coming out and this and that. It's going to be a really cool show. And I was like, oh, okay, sweet. So then now it's out. But I have not caught it yet. I'm going to have to catch up on that. So, sorry. I've been watching something that isn't horror related, but it's really cool called The Terminal List. And by Jack Carr.
Okay.
And it's about this Navy SEAL Special Force dude who fucking unveils this. They end up, long story short, they fuck with the wrong guy, and now he's, taking revenge. So it's pretty cool. But anyways, I've been watching that just because I love horror and I love metal, but I also love action and I like shooting shit. So
yeah. Shoot it.
Shoot it.
Shoot it. But anyway.
But anyhow,
back to necromancy.
Which is cool. So
we're talking necromancy, not necropedophilia or.
Yeah, what's that? What the fuck is that? What's that called? whenever you sleep with dead people.
Necrophilia.
Necrophilia, that's
Yeah.
right. Necrophilia.
Necropedophilia is when you sleep with dead children.
Oh, fucking motherfuckers. Talk about shooting people and shooting shit.
Yeah, I went down a dark road. I'm
Line
sorry.
me up, buddy.
But anyway, necromancy.
Yes. So, what's cool about necromancy is that when you... So do you know what the definition of necromancy is?
I do. But if you want to...
Well, so the basic definition of necromancy is it's magic that deals with the dead.
Yes.
So it could be anything. It could be someone who communicates with the dead. It could be someone who brings back the dead.
Mm-hmm.
And usually with necromancy that you think of, it's, you're trying to either get information or,
Right.
There's a reason why people are trying to figure this out, or knowledge, stuff like that.
Yeah. It's not just to play with dead things.
Yes. However, necromancy itself and being a necromancer, it entails a lot of different things.
It does. And it's changed wildly over the years.
Yes. To the point to where, like, really a lot of the shit that we get involved in our podcast and the people, there's a lot of necromancy.
Absolutely.
So to speak. So
I'm not saying we're necromancers, but,
I'll be one. Fuck it. Kind of we are when you go ghost hunting.
Kinda. Yeah.
I mean, basically, what it leads into, is speaking to the dead, basically, you know what I'm saying?
So, necromancy is any and all divination practices that involve the spirits of people who have passed on. So, when you look at that, anybody that has ever used a Ouija board has practiced necromancy. Anybody that's
praying
is practicing necromancy to an extent. We're not trying to step on any Christians or
this is what it is.
Anything. Yeah, there's a wide gamut here.
And that's why I thought it was really, really cool once I started looking into it. I was like, wow, there's a lot more to this than what I thought.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be a really cool subject to talk about and stuff,
Well, and the term necromancy has been around since, for thousands of years. Some of the first recorded cases were around 1300 BC, before Christ, if you believe in such a thing.
Yes.
But we're talking 3,000, almost 4,000 years.
And that's just what they know of. Who knows?
Yeah. There are signs out there that the cavemen and the prehistoric people had kind of practiced necromancy.
Well,
when you look at some of their cave drawings and they've got different depictions on there.
Well, you got to think about it too. Look at people now, like we talked about praying, or have someone ever passed away and just a few days after they pass away, you maybe go somewhere and you talk to them.
Right.
You go to their headstone, you talk to them. Like you're trying to.
Right.
I mean,
or they come to you and talk to you.
100%.
That happens in dreams a lot. So when you're having one of these, which we talk about all the time, lucid dreams, where you're talking to a loved one or you're with a loved one or something, you're in essence practicing necromancy.
Yeah, and
or at least your brain is, your subconscious is.
The Necronomicon.
Yeah.
There's a lot of I watched.
There's a lot of necro going on.
I put on this video. It's like a 4-hour documentary about necromancy, and I put it on today while I was cleaning the house, just listening to it and stuff like that. I mean, it's just the amount of stuff they put in there. Talking about how all these people. Like I said, if you're praying, you're kind of practicing it. You're speaking to the other worlds. You're going into the other world. And so what's Jonah Hex? That movie Jonah Hex.
With old James Brolin.
Yes.
Oh no, he did the movie.
The movie.
He did the movie.
The movie. That's what I was talking about. The movie.
Yeah.
So like, where he touches the dead and brings them back, and he can talk to him and get information and shit, and then. So that's necromancy. You know,
What was the show with Jennifer Love Hewitt?
wasn't it
Yeah,
almost the same name, right?
she talked to.
Oh yeah. What the hell was that? I can't remember it, but I know what you're talking about.
Now I've completely drawn a blank.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
But anyway, that a form of necromancy, shamanism. Way back in ancient times, the shamans would go into a trance. To lead the dead to the underworld, or communicate with the dead. Even the shamans back in the day, and we're talking. This happened a lot during the Native American times. Way before America.
Well, and Native Americans are hardcore into
Right.
They go to.
They don't claim it as necromancy, but they're doing the same kind of thing.
It is what
they're
it
doing
is,
the same kind of thing.
People I think it's like with certain words, people try to take offense to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the more and more I look into things, I mean, I don't take offense to things anyway, but the more I look into things, and I mean, words are words,
Right.
But there's more meaning to certain words and certain things, and
Absolutely.
to be honest with you, like it's like a lot of things, and people may get mad about this, but it is what it is. Like the swastika, that used to be a sign of peace,
Right.
Now
it's a sign of hate.
and then someone took it and did something with it, and
Right.
there you go. So it's all. So some places you see a swastika, like, I can't believe they got. Well, it's something different for those people.
When I was a kid, my penis was a thing to pee out of. Now it's something to play with,
Now it's something that you can't pee out of.
or at least without it burning.
Gotta concentrate.
It's because I got your Jeep thing, and now it burns when I pee.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome.
But anyway, even the Christians, if you look at the Old Testament, what we're talking here is the witch of Endor. Even witches are practicing necromancy. In 1 Samuel chapter 28, verses 3 through 25, Saul consults a witch to summon the spirit of Samuel to gain access to insights on an upcoming battle. He's trying to figure out what's the best course of action for this battle.
Yep.
So he goes to this witch and has her talk to the soul of Samuel, or the spirit of Samuel.
Yep. And what's he do?
He ends up dying anyway. Him and both his sons. So
is that the story where he ended up there was a king or something that talked to a witch about a battle coming up? Just same story, but then like he ended up sending his brother, and his brother wound up winning the battle and bringing them the victory. That was a movie I just watched.
Oh.
Shit. What is it? I told you about it. I said you should watch it because it's actually pretty cool. With Countdown.
Yeah.
So they talk about it in there where, he comes and he asks the witch what's going on. Am I going to live through this battle? 'Cause he wants to know his death date or whatever,
Right.
So what the basis of this is that you lock in this agreement. You cannot change your life. You have to live out your life, but you'll get the information, but you need to live out your life.
Right.
You can't try to change it. So once you do that, you break your thing, and then you break your thing. But basically, what happens is then the demon comes and tortures you until the day and the minute you're supposed to die, and you die anyway. But instead of just living your life up to that day, you fucking get tortured for the week before.
That sounds like fun.
It's a really fucking. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Countdown.
Maybe I'll check that out tonight.
It's actually a good movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. So, but yeah, it's all necromancy, and like I said, stuff has like a negative connotation to it now. When really back in the day, that's just what they called it.
Right. Right.
You were just a necromancer,
Right.
and then
it wasn't a thing of evil. I mean, it was a dark art, but it wasn't. It was black magic, but it wasn't. You know,
Well, even white magic is considered
a form of necromancy. Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
it's basically just being involved in the odd,
Right.
and in the otherworldly.
Right.
You know, which I mean, I'm really there's a few people I'm trying to get in contact with to have them come on the show about some witch things and stuff like that. We've already had a friend of ours, well, a friend to the show now, friend of the horror fam, who's come on. I can't remember if she came on once or twice.
She's only been on once.
Once,
I know who
okay.
you're talking about. You're talking about Ash.
Yeah.
Ash Green.
Ash Green.
Yep.
The Provocative Witch, which
Yeah.
she's still check out their Facebook page.
Yeah,
Shout out Ash
absolutely.
Green.
She's doing some cool stuff over there.
But yeah, we wouldn't have these. I think about it like this: how boring would life be if we didn't have things like this and stuff to talk about and things to look
Right.
into?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like even now with having internet and being able to fucking get whatever information you want at any point in time,
Right.
right in your fingertips. We still have that stuff that's unknown,
Right.
and that's what was really cool about necromancy, and the reason why I want to talk about it is because it involves everything that we kind of talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, shit, this is a perfect fucking thing for us
Yeah,
to get into,
yeah,
because it kind
absolutely.
of incorporates everything. But was there anything weird that you come across when you're looking into this that you're like, wow, that's kind of crazy?
There was a lot of stuff that I ran across. A lot of what I tried to do was I knew we could get through necromancy, but I wanted to find some stories about necromancy, and that's why I told you about the Witch of Endor in the Old Testament. There's another one I want to talk about here, and this was from the Greeks. There's a story that Orpheus descended into the underworld to rescue his love, Eurydice, I think is her name, Eurydice.
Yeah.
Which he was successful in doing. But years later, after he died, the women of Thrace removed his head. They cut the fucker's head off, But what's crazy about it is his head continued to speak.
Yes.
His head was actually, it was put in a cave on the island of Lesbos, and it gained so much attention that hundreds of thousands of people would show up at this cave wanting to speak to this head. And they had so many people come to consult the head that Apollo, the god Apollo, got jealous and found him and forced him to stop. What's cool about that is that transitions into over what they call skull necromancy. And skull necromancy is consulting the decapitated head to gain inside knowledge. There's a really cool, and I had to watch the video because I'm a big gamer. There's a really cool thing. So there's the series of Diablo games. There's a new one coming out called Diablo 4. And in there is a necromancer. And this was a necromancer. It was like a 2-minute preview or whatever.
Gotcha.
Like a trailer.
Gotcha.
For this. And what was cool about that is the necromancer in that game, in this particular trailer I watched, it was a woman, and she had a skull with an arcane symbol on its forehead, and it was in like a little cage with a chain that was tied to her belt.
Oh, yeah.
And anytime she needed to, she would consult the skull, hold it up in the air, and then all the dead bodies would come up out of the ground and form an army to attack.
That's badass.
Yeah, it looks fucking killer. I'm going to have to get it when it comes out. Because I always like the
Diablo games.
The Diablo series.
But yeah, I seen that and watched some things about Skull. And you see that a lot in history, And that's why a lot of people have those. So, that's kind of like a way they say that you can become a necromancer and, talk to the dead and stuff like that.
Is to create yourself an altar.
Create yourself an altar or to keep in touch with death. And what that means is, whether it be wearing a skull ring,
Right.
or getting a tattoo of something that represents like time, or
Yeah.
you know,
like an hourglass.
or
Yeah.
like for me, I really want to get a raven tattoo, or a
There you
crow.
go.
You know, I want to get a raven tattoo, or a crow. You know, one of my fucking all-time
Crow.
favorite movies of all time.
The Crow.
God, such a good movie, and they're wanting to redo it. Fuck
The Crow.
off.
Necromancer.
Exactly. And they're trying to remake it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, leave shit alone.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a great film.
That film
Great
is
film.
fucking iconic to me. I mean, the way it was filmed still holds up to me. Like, it's fucking great. Whatever.
Yeah.
Get too far in a fucking hour.
There's actually a film called Necromancer. Came out in 1988. And I watched it the other night. It wasn't bad.
One bad.
Wasn't bad. It was all about revenge, and you know, people could go to this woman who was a necromancer, and she would grant them, you know, she would help them take revenge.
Pumpkinhead.
Kinda. Well, yeah, really damn close, because there was a major price to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? You would probably like that movie. There's lots of boobs on it. You know, it was 1988, so
Of course.
you know, I mean,
Hey.
I don't remember who directed that shit show, but you know, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad film.
Yeah, you know, but like, yeah, Pumpkinhead is another one.
Pumpkinhead,
Necromancy,
yeah.
you know?
Yep.
Dealing with the dead. Anything is with it.
Sleepy Hollow, when Ichabod Crane goes to talk to the witch in the cave. Necromancy. Pure necromancy there.
Yeah.
That whole movie is about necromancy because, well, the wife, Van Tassel's wife, brings back the Hessian
Yes.
to take revenge. You know, and that's complete, like, over-the-top, dark art necromancy.
See, and that's what's for me, like, I really want to get somebody either on the phone or Zoom, or I'd rather get them in person and talk about it, but I want to get some people in here.
Well, let's call them.
I want to talk to a fucking white witch is what I want to talk to. I want to talk to someone who considered, I know there's different types of witchcraft, which we've done an episode on that. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. We talk about a bunch of different, you know, witchcraft, Wicca, all kinds of stuff.
Right.
But when Ash came on, she was talking about like how, you know, she doesn't consider herself any of those. She just considers herself a witch, and she kind of just lives her life by that code or whatever, you know.
Right.
Sometimes they can do shit that's mean if it's deserving, and sometimes they do stuff that's nice if it's deserving.
Right.
And that's kind of the way I am in life in general, just with everything, you know. I treat everyone accordingly.
Yeah, you're a dickhead to everybody.
I'm an equal opportunity dickhead.
Equal opportunity offender.
Yes. But I'm nice.
Yeah.
But, you know, so.
And don't get us wrong. Every religion out there, every civilization has practiced necromancy at some point.
Yes.
Every one of them, folks. Every one of them.
And still do.
The ancient Egyptians had the cult of Osiris. They even prayed to a god, the god of Anubis, who his sole purpose was to drag souls to the underworld.
Exactly. And people still believe, you know, they still practice stuff now. Like I said, when you pray or you talk to a God, that's what you're doing, you know? So.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh.
I am here. Oh, Archie. To the moon. But no, so I think I want to bring back the positivity of necromancy.
The power of positivity.
You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Why not?
I mean, not all of it's supposed to be negative.
No.
You know, like I said, when you pray to your God or whatever you believe in, it's not negative necessarily.
No.
Can be, I guess, if your God's the God of death and fucking destruction. But But I remember
What about the God of Thunder?
Thunder and Love. Love and Thunder.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Anyways, but I remember there's this dude. He was a good guy, man. He was just a weird cat, but he was a good dude. Dennis, friend of mine, he passed away a while back. I think he had cancer, and he was a young cat. He was just a couple of years older than me.
Wow.
And he died like fucking 10 years ago. So what's that tell you? He was young, but he told me, I can't remember the name now, but he said that he worshipped a god or the demon or god, said a name or whatever. He's of wine and something else, wine and pleasure and wine or something like that. Some demon or whatever, or god, whatever it may be. But you know, it's like everyone has their own shit. Some people, they want to fucking pray to themselves. You know, a lot of people think that
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
It is what it is. But what I'm trying to say is it's still all necromancy. So, I mean, to talk negatively about things because of a word, you know, I think anymore people just want to be negative about everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they put a negative connotation on things. And, you know.
Connotation.
You like my words?
Yeah, that's,
you like my fucking words,
I like
man?
your word.
I tell you, man.
You're using some big fucking words tonight.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck. Fuck.
Hey,
that's the big word.
I'm just trying to help you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying, man? Look, all I'm trying to do is...
I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
Sorry, I had to.
I got special buttons now on this Roadcaster Pro. Just wait, we got a bunch more coming down the line.
Yeah.
But
we're gonna record one of Ryan's farts for one of those.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna build up a good one too. I'm gonna have eat Taco Bell for lunch and eat Chinese for dinner before I come over here. Ooh.
Absolutely.
And I might just eat a fucking bowl of chili with hot sauce.
Eat a bowl of fuck.
Eat a bowl of fuck. Hey, we gotta get that.
Stu.
We need to get that as a button for sure.
We can do that. We can do that
for sure. But no, man. So with necromancy, the skull stuff is really cool. You know, and like we were talking about with the crow, and the raven thing. You know, so I definitely want to get a tattoo of that. I just don't know where yet. I'm trying to think of a good spot, but I want to get a tattoo of a crow or a raven, whatever. You know. So. And it's probably I'm trying to decide on whether if I want to get like a realistic one or like a outline version, you know, kind of like a, you know what it is, but
I think you ought to do something traditional.
Yeah.
You know, but
you know, whatever.
But hey, to each his own.
To each their own. You know what I'm saying? But no,
I get tattoos of bats and skulls and full moons and.
I'm on a bunch of tattoo pages, man, and some people put some stuff up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I've been dying for some new ink.
I am badly.
I got some money brewing too.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. What I want's expensive though.
So?
So?
And?
Just do it.
Guess what? You're going to take it with you when you go.
Yeah, you're right. Nobody can take it from me.
That's right. Well, we can.
Unless they cut my fucking arm off.
They cut their skin off. See people doing that lately? That's what they do with a lot of people in Japan.
What was
I
watching the other night? They fucking... it was the new series of the Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
Was really good. Really good.
Yeah,
But there's one part in there where the one dude's got a little chest tattoo and they fucking cut it out of him.
Well, that's what they did on Sons of Anarchy, too. They cut his...
Oh, did they?
What's his name? Ron Perlman had the Sons of Anarchy, the fucking shit.
The rocker on him?
Rocker on his back, tattooed. And when he left, they fucking cut it off of him. Cut it off or burned it off. I think they burned it off. Like, it's been a while since I've seen it. But,
that sounds painful.
Fuck yeah. But, I think they burned it off. That's what they did. They melted it. But anyways, what was, that was one of the cool things about, that movie Elektra. The guy that had tattoos.
Yeah.
And his tattoos came off and like.
Oh, yeah.
He could bring his tattoos alive.
Dude, there's an old movie with Rod Steiger called The Illustrated Man.
I think I've heard that.
And I think it came out in the 60s maybe.
Yeah, I heard that.
And it was one of those things, his tattoos would come to life.
Yeah, I fucking love tattoos.
Yeah, it was fucking cool, man.
Fucking so ready for more.
Cool.
You know how we guys, you know how we do on here. We go on, we're up talking about all kinds of bullshit. But I kind
I'm ready
of
for some good horror. I was it was funny the other yesterday I was watching Eli Ross, The History of Horror. And I was just scrolling through and I'm like, oh, here's one about ghost stories, you know. So I started watching it and I'm like, oh yeah, seen it. Okay, I've seen everything in this episode. But one of the movies they brought up, which I watched this movie a long time ago and didn't really care for it, was the movie Crimson Peak.
Yeah, I didn't care for it either.
So I was like, well, I'm messing around the house. So I turned it on and watched it again yesterday. I get it. I kind of like it now. I mean, I like what they did with it and the story behind it, you know.
It's just weird.
It is.
It
is. But there were some cool effects in there. The way that Guillermo del Toro does some of his effects. What I was really looking for was the one movie they were talking about that I had never seen was The Devil's Backbone. I really wanted to see that. But the reason why I wanted to see that was really because of the graphics of it. In The Devil's Backbone, it's about a kid that is killed, and this other kid that moves into the house. Or like I said, I haven't seen the movie. I don't really know that much about it. But he is haunted by the ghost of this other little kid. Well, every time he sees this little kid, like his face, like up on his forehead is cracked. And like there's a trail of stuff that's just floating off his head, and it's the blood from his head, you know, and it's just floating off into the air. It's not running down his face. It's like floating up. And I noticed he did a lot of that in Crimson Peak too. And there's a reason behind that, why they did that. The blood floating up from the ghost is because they drowned in water. And, you know, that was the wound and the blood going into bleeding into the water. But the look of it, though, is just fantastic.
When did the other movie come out?
What's The Devil's Backbone? I'm really not sure. Quite a few years ago. I mean, It's been out for a while. I just kept bypassing it because I was like, I don't know. You know, I don't know. And now that I want to watch it, I can't fucking find it. You know, so
usually how it goes.
I was like, all right, I guess I'll watch Crimson Peak.
Yeah,
I got ghosted by a movie about a ghost.
By a fucking ghost movie.
So, you know, and if you guys have listened to this podcast enough, you've probably listened to this episode enough. I'm really big into the fucking ghost story movies. I fucking dig them. What I don't dig is the fucking, you know, when it... Well, I say that, you know, there's always an agenda to these ghost story movies, you know. There's always... It's about some... you know, unrequited love, or, you know, they've, you know, got unfinished business or something. Or you get a movie like An American Nightmare where it's, you know, your dad was fucking raping you.
Yeah.
You know, and that movie really, I really dug that movie until we got to that. And then that made me absolutely fucking hate that movie.
Yeah.
And what sucks is I bought the motherfucker before I watched it, so I actually have it in there, and you know.
Well, you know, I mean, but, you know how I feel about that.
Yeah,
so.
You know, the fucking dad was raping his daughter, and it just fucking turned me off.
Yeah, dude. And that was a good movie.
Up to that point. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once you found out what was going on, you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, and they say, you know, leading into that's what what I call lower frequency beings.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they like feed off of, is that anger and sadness and fear, and you know what I'm saying, Mr. Scullington.
Mm-hmm. I like my snow globe. It's got fucking bats flying around in it.
But yeah, you know, they say that's what those types of beings feed off of.
Right.
You know.
Right.
It's probably why they're not around my house, because I'm constantly fucking joking and laughing.
Yeah. I really want to get old. Sorry.
Yeah, you old
I really
fucker.
want to get Jessica Jones on here and pick her brain about some of that stuff, you know.
Oh, who we talked to the other night?
Yeah, who we talked to on DA's show the other night.
That was an awesome show.
We got to get her on here. She is really cool. If you don't know who she is called the Cryptid Huntress, and she is on a show called Spaced Out Radio every Saturday night, and a fantastic show. I mean, I watched it the past 2 weeks. It was really good, really
Awesome.
good. So
Yeah, and we plan on getting her on the show. She's already said she wants to come on, so
yeah, we didn't offend her enough, so she wants to be on our show.
no, she's really cool. Actually, we have a lot in common. So, she's gonna be
We've been on DA's show a few times in the past couple weeks, and he's got a really cool show going on over on YouTube. Go over and check him out. That's DA Ex Machina. Go over to YouTube. You can find him. Hit that, subscribe and hit that bell. For us, for that matter, go over to our YouTube page and, subscribe and ring that bell. You would not believe how much that helps us out.
and even
It's
just hitting
crazy.
like,
Huh?
just hit the like button.
Yeah.
Even if you don't watch it.
It helps us out immensely.
Besides, you get to see our pretty faces.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys get to see our pretty faces over there. So why not? Why not? But
yeah.
no, she's really cool, and she already wants to come on, so we're gonna get her on. And there's a lot of cool conversations there to have.
Yeah, absolutely. She does a lot of remote viewing. Hers has to do with a lot of cryptid stuff. So she's done some Bigfoot remote viewing and other things. What was the one she was? We were asking her about the Ozark Howler. She hadn't done that. But there was one she was talking about down in Oklahoma that was pretty cool. She's done some alien stuff. Very cool stuff going on over there.
Yeah. So you guys will be hearing from her too on our show. So
absolutely. Absolutely.
And we got some with this new board. We got other things that we can do. We're gonna work on all that.
Yeah, we're gonna start taking phone calls from people and letting people chime in. We're gonna start doing more live shows. On YouTube and Facebook, just to try and interact with some of you people.
Yeah, and
we've been kind of slacking here lately. We both had a lot going on, but I promise you that's getting ready to change, and it's going to change big because we're gonna start putting out some content that we're proud of, and you guys will be happy to hear.
which we're proud of what we have now. But
Oh, yeah.
we want to put out more,
Right.
and we want to start doing some convention stuff and all that, and getting video there.
Yeah.
Doing some small interviews.
Right.
Because everyone knows it's hard times right now.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It takes money to do things. And trust me, if me and JT could fucking do this for a living, and
Oh, we'd love it.
it would be
We'd love
just
it.
amazing. But most of the money that we put into this strictly just goes to doing stuff like this.
Yeah,
Getting a board, getting microphones.
Right. Everything has been out of our pocket, and we're fine with that.
'Cause we love
This
it.
is fun. We
'Cause we
love
love
doing
it.
it. We love talking to each other about this creepy ass fucking
Yeah.
shit.
Well, we have ideas for things that are great ideas. It's just you got to come up with the funds to do it.
Right.
And that's what we're doing.
So
who knows? We may start a Patreon at some point in time where we do like an extra shows,
yeah.
interviews, special interviews, maybe one-on-one talks with people,
Absolutely.
whatever, stuff like that.
We're going to start doing that here pretty soon. We're actually going to have a phone line that people can call into. We'll start doing some one-on-one conversations, or even, have people come on and tell their stories, and we'll get into some ghost stories or some cryptid events or UFOs. If you've ever been probed by an alien, give us a call.
It's probing time.
Ryan gets probed every night.
By myself.
So
that's what I'm into, boys.
But yeah. But no, man, things are cool. Things are looking up, and
I'm loving this new board. A lot of
yeah,
things we
me
can do
too.
with it.
This thing's amazing. Should have done this a long time ago.
So yeah, guys, like we said, if you guys have ideas that you want us to do, leave a message, leave a comment underneath. If you're on YouTube,
reach out to us. You know, email horrorchroniclespodcast@gmail.com. I check that shit every day. So, you know, don't be afraid to send us a message, you know, like Ryan said, through Facebook Messenger.
Yep.
You know, send us messages through YouTube. I mean, we're going to respond to all of that.
Send us telepathic messages and see if we get them.
Telepathic,
guys.
Yeah.
That's my word.
Absolutely.
Telepathetic. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and you know, I find more and more that when people kind of are nervous about talking on there, that's what's cool about being able to have the phone.
Right.
Thing. They don't have to worry about being on camera. They can speak through the
if
phone.
you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to be. You know, all you're doing is having a conversation. What we do, it's not live, so I mean, if you say something stupid and you don't want it in there, we'll edit it out.
Yep.
Maybe.
No, you know, I find though that you get a way better conversation when you come on and you tell your own story and you talk about it, because you know you get your story across better, but also you know you bring in the feeling and the emotion that you have that leads with that story, and it makes it more memorable.
Absolutely.
You know, and sometimes it's really fucking great. You meet a lot of cool people, like we just met fucking Jessica.
Yeah.
You know, you meet a lot of cool people that you didn't think you would meet. Just like the guy that we just did an interview with, like an Alex
Grass. Yeah, you know? He was fantastic.
I mean,
you know,
if
it
like
wouldn't have been for this, I mean, we'd have never talked to that guy. We'd have never known who he was.
DA, all these people.
DA Roberts, I mean, has been a fantastic friend of the show.
And now he's a close friend of ours. We just had dinner the other night with him and stuff. You know, yeah, it's worth it. So
I honestly, I love this community. You know, everybody that we've met, you know, fucking Greg and fucking Bill and Nathan and Dave, you know, all them guys, you know, Land of the Creeps and Phantom Galaxy. We talk to them guys all the time.
And there are people that are in their groups like Brian Scott, you know, people like that.
Absolutely.
Like you just meet these cool people, and I'm sorry, but human contact is important.
It is.
That's why I like conventions. Everyone can get together, and you really get that feeling.
Ryan can touch everybody.
I like touching. We were fucking
tuning in Tokyo.
So yesterday we were at the store with the boys, right? And my son had a hat on, and he pulled his my youngest.
Yeah.
He pulled his hat over his eyes like this, you know, and he's all walking, and he walked up to this lady, and just grabbed her, like, put his hand on her butt.
Yeah.
Because he thought it was my wife, because she was wearing same color pants or whatever, and he's walking up, he's like. Psh, and I'm like, Knox. He was happy. He goes, takes off.
Nice.
So funny. So funny. But
hilarious.
There's a lot. I mean, there's just a lot of cool stuff, guys. And we got some cool stuff going on with DA as well, with the Nightmare Hunter project.
Yep. You'll be seeing some more stuff on that,
which I love. I absolutely love the concept. I actually love the name.
Yeah.
I love all that shit. So we're going to be doing big things, guys, and
you'll see us on his show from time to time, so make sure you go over there and subscribe to that.
Yes. Yeah. DA Roberts, you guys can check out author. Check out all this stuff. And, I mean, we're meeting a lot of cool people doing a lot of cool things.
He just had a new book come out last week.
Yep.
In his Apex Predator
series. A couple episodes ago, so check that out if you haven't listened. But anyways, guys, a lot of good stuff. Loving the new board. We're trying to figure it out. So
if it sounds like shit, sorry.
With each show, you're gonna hear some more things. We're gonna put in here and do this. We're working to make this thing what we want it to be. So
yeah.
Anyways, guys, we love you. You know that. I love you, horror fam. You guys are amazing. Thanks for support as always. But more importantly, as always, until next time, keep it creepy.